brought up the point, it's really kind of like game 5, maybe, of a 7-game series when you factor in the 2 preseason games at Abu Dhabi as well.
Yeah, it's quite the way to start the season. A little Abu Dhabi trip, third time in the regular season. Familiarity is probably not even a strong enough word.
Familiarity is real. Giannis challenged that time by John Collins. That is
get him going, but like you said, that's that Hawks defense that I think has really become a storyline in this matchup.
Well, he'll go reverse, but he stepped on the baseline, so the basket won't count. The toughest defensive assignment that he has faced, arguably, here this year. We know in the past, Boston has brought some toughness. Toronto, of course.
In the first few months of the season, we see the matchup. Maybe someone on Atlanta does a good job against Giannis, but the frequency at which we've seen that really does accentuate it.
To play a team, I mean, the playoffs, you know, is the playoffs. It's a different situation. Would you like this kind of situation as a player?
Good season going. He's shooting the ball well. He's comfortable. Oh boy.
Giannis is back. Right down the lane for his first flush of the game. John Carter looking to make Murray work a little bit defensively. Giannis again going off the bounce. He takes it left side, and he's got a quick 5 points.
You can tell, there was no doubt, that first matchup with Trae Young had 42 points. Javon was all over, but he was ready.
The 53-man game loss coming into tonight. That's actually the second most in the league, if you can believe it, which makes their record all that more impressive. Giannis at corner 3, I like to see it.
He's getting up some shots. Shot by Javon as well.
Jordan Warren has checked in. I don't know what you felt, Steve. I just felt like the rhythm wasn't there. He picked up the 2 personal fouls.
The score, the Bucks are outscored by 22 November 7th in his minutes. Down by 10 in his minutes on the 29th, and the other one Detroit, which is really just not the biggest guard, but his ability to get in the paint, make something happen over Lopez. Nice shot.
Giannis into the lane. O'Connell got a piece. Got those quick hands, a strong body to accept the challenge against Giannis. Giannis looks it off. Marchon! He's got those quick hands, a strong body to accept the challenge against Giannis. Giannis looks it off. Marchon! What a highlight for the Rook!
Great. Just have to give him credit for giving it a go.
Griffin gives it up. O'Connell can't fit. Most likely with this.
Yeah, and that's a pretty incredible snapshot of, like you're saying, Giannis is always going to be, no matter who he plays against, guarded by guys.
What the NBA measures as wide open looks, which I believe is what, 6 feet, where a defender is 6 feet or more away from you. Giannis, wide open dunk look that time. Trae Young is also up there with the 6 most attempts. Trae Young is getting set to check back in.
In a bad spot, like you're saying, 2 very different statures. You're talking about a 7-footer and a guy who's 6'1", but almost like those guys, the best players have cheat codes. They find a way to score the ball for their team by a couple words.
But it's must-watch TV. Giannis is also must-watch TV. He gets the ball ripped away that time. 42-36. Murray brings it up. We got the last bucket for Atlanta. Crossover move, high floater. And we've also talked about how many what they call man games lost in terms of players missing games for personal reasons, illness, injury, I mean, you name it.
Yeah, I think you look at the best record in the league and having that many man games lost, it really does speak to, I think, this roster and the depth. And
good shot. Good find there by Trae.
Moore gives it up to George Hill. Illegal screen, Giannis.
Good shot. Good find there by Trae.
Moore gives it up to George Hill. Illegal screen, Giannis.
Floater used to be considered an irresponsible shot, but for a guy that size in the paint, he's had enough.
Dropping it off in the lane. Giannis has another dunk. Jordan Warren will start out the second half in the place of Grayson Allen. With an ankle injury, we heard Zora's report in the first half, so he's done for the rest of the night. And Collins missing everything.
And a really solid defensive effort by
Giannis right down the lane. You know, I've seen several opportunities here tonight. Maybe that transition look is one of them where someone would have wrapped him up and not giving him an opportunity to get to the rim. Yeah, his foot was on the line, so that was a 2-point attempt. 10-point advantage. Giannis walks up to that 3-point attempt. Giannis finding Jordan Moore wide open. They give it right back to Jordan. Pump fake, got Hunter in the air. Giannis all the way down the lane for 2. Murray. And Murray's single digit 6 points tonight. Giannis leaning in. Murray. And Murray's single digit 6 points tonight. Giannis leaning in. Coming off a 14-point, 15-rebound performance in the last game against the Sixers. They played Philly back-to-back in a 3-day span. Giannis tosses it away, but too tall for War to handle. Bucks looking for a stop here. Plenty of time to play. 7 minutes and some change left in the third quarter. Murray.
Get that ball out, get it over half court as fast as you possibly can. Defense isn't back. Giannis is going to win that matchup. Blocked one of his shots, got a tip dunk on him. And they asked Giannis after the game, what do you think about this Agu guy?
Javon against Trey. Trying to bait him into the foul.
Just watching Trey in those ISO situations, his handles and his ability to get those shots off. It's really special.
Giannis walks with it.
Trey Young, draft day trade.
Blocked by Capella. Capella got Giannis on the last Bucks attempt of the third quarter. And the guys in street clothes are starting to outnumber the
Yeah, there's no question. Giannis is so much more valuable when the guys around him. Especially when you play a team 3 times in your first 13 games, the familiarity is there, the fear is gone. You know each other too well. Oh. 5 offensive rebounds by himself in the third quarter. That's pretty good. 5 offensive rebounds by himself in the third quarter. That's pretty good.
Johnson to jump to get that offensive rebound. Hangs, hoops, count it. Picks up his third. You see, he shot almost as many free throws, and he has now exactly 16 free throw attempts. 5 in double figures on the Hawks side. Murray is now one of them. Giannis just off the mark.
Just feel it slipping away right now.
I like this lineup that the Bucks have in there right now. Carter forcing the turnover. Transition look. Giannis behind the pack. Showtime for the Greek Freak, finding Bobby Portis for 2.
Found a way to just flip it over his shoulder and make something happen. And so that's the energy boost you're looking for.
Taking advantage of a stop clock and an opportunity at the free throw line.
Not sure that he would come back in, but just based on what Milwaukee can do, hopefully can force that hand.
Javon will take a seat. George Hill. Murray getting the screen from McConwood. There's a defensive stop. Giannis with the rebound.
Spread the floor.
Euro step. Right past Collins for 2. Giannis turns, faces against Capella, left side. Quick shot, that's great for the Bucks. Quick shot on the Hawks side. Giannis trying to blow past that defense. Quick shot, that's great for the Bucks. Quick shot on the Hawks side. Giannis trying to blow past that defense.
As they make on average, that's a big number.
Giannis working in that dribble handoff over to Bobby, flips it up.
They're going to go trap. They're going to take some chances. They realize you've got to catch a break or 2.
Giannis stepping around Capella. Block shot.
Giannis, he's had so many rebounds. He really is Mr. Double-Double and more.
Brook tried to follow. To Ball kicks it out to Bobby. Steps into it.